So we're going to play the Guess It game again. And like we did previously, we're just going to get two numbers out here. And literally, winner wins a Nando's. All right, I'm going to go for the straight one I saw. 21. Come up out here. Come on out here. And we've got 17. Come, this could be your first time going Nando's. Guess it. Presenter will read out words that will describe a word. Contestants have to guess what word is being described. The contestant that gets the word right wins. Game on. All right, so literally when you think you know what it is, just go for it. Don't look at me, okay? I'm not going to help you. The audience is not going to help you guys. You got to let her get the free Nando's, but also don't let her get the free Nando's. Because you want Nando's too. And you really want the Nando's, so you guys have to hit it hard. All right, who do you think is going to win, guys? The girls. Ooh, okay, here we go. You guys ready? You know how it's done?
Yeah.
All right, so I don't think that's easy. That's hard. Okay, let's do this one. So past, before.
Is it tense?
No.
Present?
No. Past, before, hours, tomorrow.
Time.
No. Past, before, hours, tomorrow, time.
Yesterday?
Yes! Oh, she's a step closer to the Nando's. All right, we have paper, nose, sneeze, wipe, handkerchief.
Cold.
No.
Back tissue.
Yes! Come on, girl, you got name getting. All right, here we go. We've got. I bet you guys know about this one. Alcohol, sick, headache, drink.
Is it drunk?
No.
Hungover.
Yes! Oh! That's 2-1. Okay, so we've got. Okay, I'll do this one. We've got orange, root, rabbit, boil, vegetable.
Carrot.
Yeah.
Yes!
She's on her. What's the score? 3-1. 3-1. All right. Okay, we're good. Okay, we got. Let's go for this one. Trees, fires, wood.
Camping.
No. Trees, fires, wood, grow, gump.
What?
I don't know what gump is. Tree.
Is it farming?
No. Don't. Oh. What is it? Come on, babe. What do you think it is?
I was thinking bonfire, but that.
No. Okay, he's got it.
Okay.
Okay, you know to the audience. Stop saying the answer. So, all right. Thank you. Oh my gosh. All right. Okay, here we go. So it's 3-2, right? Okay, so it's look, time, wrist, clock. Who was the first one to hit that? Okay, all right. He's being a gentleman and he said it's Ingrid. Okay, we're gonna do it again.
Let's do a new one. Another one.
Okay, all right. That one's done. All right. Okay, here we go. Red. Sorry. Red, greenhouse, salad, ketchup, sauce. Who was the first? Okay, Ingrid, go on.
Tomato.
Yeah, you got it right.
That was the same one as well.
No, it wasn't. That was ketchup. Look. The DJ really wants to make himself known. They're good. They're good.
Okay.
She's winning. She's on 5-3, right? 5-3. All right, we got 3 more to go. Okay.
3 more.
3 more.
Oh my god.
Sorry. Okay. Ready? Okay. Here's one. We use this every day. Okay. We use it every day, unless I'm not gonna give it away. Dry, wet, shower.
Towel.
Did you see this card?
I didn't see the card.
That was
All right, 4. Okay, 5-4. Okay. Rain, dry.
Is it weather?
No.
umbrella.
Yes, All right. This is the last one, and we're all wearing it right now. Put your hands down. Hands by sides. Hands by your sides. Pants, clothes, bra, knickers, vest.
Yeah, that was him.
No. Pants, clothes, bra.
Underwear.
Yes. No, but she got 6-5. You know what? It gives me great pleasure to be the one. It gives me great pleasure to be the one to fund my friend's first Nando's trip. Give a round of applause. Woo! That's the flag. Now, definition of distractions, the Cambridge Dictionary definition is something that prevents someone from giving their attention to something else. Now, I'm going to give you guys some scenarios and let me know if you've ever been in it, all right? Have you ever needed to do a piece of work, then found yourself watching YouTube videos or online shopping? How is it that the girls are the ones like, girl? The girls have been through it. Okay. You have, what's over there? Men are trash. Men are not trash. I don't think they're trash. Okay. You have a 9 a.m. uni start, but you end up staying in bed and miss the lecture. You guys are awful. Pay £9 to stay in bed. Awful. Okay, you meet up with your friends and find yourself in talk constantly about the opportunity. So girls, you be talking about boys all the time, and boys, you be talking about girls. Be honest. Be honest. Ariel. Be honest. Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay, cool. You're trying to save some money, but whenever your friends invite you out, you try to save some money, but whenever your friends invite you out, you somehow end up being out with them too. Okay, thanks for the honesty. We like that. Okay, you have a turn-up friend that invites you out always. So instead of being at home and getting things done, you're out with them. Who's that turn-up friend though? He's so proud to be the turn-up friend. Where was the last place you brought your friend?
Actually, he's the one taking me everywhere.
Oh, okay. Nice. Okay, last one. You have stuff to be done, but instead you're on your phone, on YouTube, you're on Black Twitter, you're going crazy for the Fiat 500 Twitter gang, or you're on the gram, hours have gone by, and then you said, I'll just start at 7 p.m. instead. You guys are awful. That's procrastination. So with all of this, it's all distractions. But what are some of you guys' distractions? Just shout at me, guys. Shout at me. Instagram, Explore Page, Twitter. What Twitter you want? Brings me to my actual question is, are we actually distracted or are we living our lives? Because you know, we just mentioned, oh yeah, we're on Hogwarts Twitter. I don't know what that is. Or imagine some ugly creatures on Twitter. Or we're on the Instagram Explore page, but that's all part of life. So are we being distracted or are we living our lives?
I think it's both, because you have to have a balance. It's not only work. Life is not all about work. You have to have a work-play balance. But I think when you need to do something and then you're on Twitter or you're on Instagram, then it becomes a distraction when it's at the wrong time. So it all depends on like the time in which you're doing it. So I think you need to learn how to manage your time wisely.
Anybody else?
It's a distraction, okay? For example, men are distractions, okay? I'm going straight in there. Look, from personal experience, from what I've gathered in life, from friends and family around me, I'm telling my daughter straight up, don't try and go into a relationship and think you're going to find the love of your life and get married from the ages of 16. I'll say get your first boyfriend around 21 after that, okay? I'm telling her straight up, don't even try it before that, simply because those are your years of figuring out who you are, figuring out what you like, what you don't like, in yourself and in other people, what kind of friends you're trying to have, where you're even trying to go career-wise. You throw a guy into that mix, it's a distraction, okay? You're taken away, you get so, women as well, we get so involved in them, you forget who you are. You forget your friends, you forget where you came from, and you forget about all the advice everyone that warned you about before. It's a distraction.
If it's a distraction, then why do we find ourselves in it?
Because you don't listen. When you're young, you don't listen. Because I will tell you, it's not like it's not like people didn't warn me. This one warned me. Do you think I listened? I didn't listen. It was a distraction because I'll say this for example. When you go to uni, that is your time. That is your time where you graduate, you do the best you can, you socialize, you network as much as you possible, so you leave with your best foot forward. You meet a guy within that mix and you become so wrapped up in them that, you know, things happen, you have to take a year out, you know, you don't get the first that you know you could have. You finding yourself, you're in the library but you can't really concentrate, you know, stuff like that. It's a distraction. The guy itself may not physically be in front of you distracting you, but the things he comes with and the emotions that you feel with that, it's a distraction. You're there trying to study but you're listening to Jagged Edge and crying, you know, it's a distraction. So it's life, yes, but there's also a time and a place for it, okay?
All right, I want to hear from the guys. Do you guys think that girls are a distraction too? Yeah. All right, let's see. All right, let's hear from the guys. How can the women really this guy? All right, let's hear from him, and I want to hear from another guy as well. How are women distracted?
Just to bounce off what she said, I think it depends. Like, you gotta have a balance. So it depends if that guy's bringing positivity towards what you're doing, because as well as there's a lot of negative towards it, sometimes that person could just be a friend. But even though you may like that person, they may help you with your studies when you can't study at night or you're going through something. So it really depends.
You know what?
It really depends.
You just raised a really good point because you just said, oh, you might be able to help at. Why at night? You should be sleeping. Why at night?
I'm just being honest.
Because it depends. Like like I said, you gotta have a balance with it. So when I say a balance, like, it doesn't have to always be negative. All of us have guys and girls as friends.
But you know what though, back to my point, which I was saying, was that you're just like, oh, they can help you with this. Then you suddenly become reliant on that person, you know? And that's the thing, that I don't think I've ever met a negative person that I've been attracted to or that I fancied, but it's just because of the fact that I like them. They've been, do you see, I see that spit, sorry. They've been like a distraction because I've liked them so much that your mind goes to them, like you want to spend time with them, like you should be reading your books and be in the library, but you're with them.
That goes to what this lady said here. You got to find a balance where work and play. So that means you're basically saying, okay, boys are distractions for the next 5 years. I'm not going to talk to no boy because he's just a distraction. And I think
Charlotte.
I just think you got to find a balance, and that's just me. To work for both sides, like, you got to know when to say, okay, go away, I'm doing my work, or all right, cool, I'm not doing anything, I've done my work, I can play.
And you know what? I'm sorry to keep the mic on you, but we're young, like, how old are we, from 18 to, no one here's 18, I think, but we're like 20 to like 25, 20, anyone here past that? We're at that stage, we're at that stage, at that stage where you're still trying to find yourself, and sometimes you, like she rightly said in the corner, it was just like you're still trying to figure yourself out, and then sometimes maybe bringing somebody in that mix might not be really healthy. Go on, girl.
I agree with what Charlotte said and also what Simeon said. But I think like having someone of the opposite sex there, it could be a distraction. I don't think it's right for you to say, oh, don't focus on boys, full stop. And I think it's fine to be able to tell your sisters or your daughters that, but you have to go through experiences yourself to know if they're not a distraction or not, because I know I've had different experiences and things that I maybe shouldn't have done, that I know that I'll be able to tell my sister, I'll be able to tell my daughter, because I've been through it. And I think if you go along life and not experience certain things, you're not going to be able to know what you're not supposed to do, and you're going to be vulnerable to life. So I think it is important for you to be able to know boys are not right at this stage in my life, to be able to learn from experiences, to be able to teach people, and to be able to make a difference. Because if you don't do that, then you're just going to walk through life and think that life is all happy. And then when you eventually bring a boy in and you're thinking, okay, this is my time to, settle down. When he does something and he messes up, you're not going to know how to deal with the situation. So, no, you are bad though. You are. But I'm just saying, I think it's the distractions and men. I think it's a good thing to be able to endure certain situations, to know, do you know what, now I'm in uni. I didn't go uni when I was 18. I went uni when I'm 21, turning 22. But I know now that I don't need a boy to distract me when I'm in uni, because I've already been through it. I know, I was in college and in school and I was doing that. So I think it's just experience.
Oh my God, I like that power. I really do want to bring up to the guys. Ariam, hold that. I want to bring up to the guys. The girls are really taking the mic. I want to hear from the guys too. All right, go on, bro. Tell us what it is.
Basically, I don't think girls are distraction because... No, I don't think they are. I don't think anything is, because distraction is not something that is already there. Distraction is created by us. So a girl can be... So I believe if we do it... I believe if you do everything right, there is a correct way of doing everything, you know what I mean? I believe you can be in a relationship without being distracted, but that depends on you.
So you're not going to be pressured to be having sex? And let's say necessarily you want to save your virginity till marriage and you're with a guy, you're not going to be, that's not a distraction? Well, you're going to want certain needs?
Well, for me personally, if I'm with a girl and I really like her, that would satisfy me enough till I get married to her. So that's with me.
Are you here to wow the girls, or it's not really?
No, I'm talking from myself because you asked me the question. That's why I'm answering it. So, no, in my point of view, I know what I like and I know what makes me feel certain ways. So, me personally, I don't think I need to have a sex with a girl for me to be satisfied. You know what I mean? I can't wait. It's not a problem for me. But the main point is you need to do everything correctly. There is a way, there's a wrong way of doing something, and there's a correct way of doing something, anything in life. And I believe personally through experiences, if you do everything right way, correctly, you won't fail. You can achieve your goals and you won't have any distraction in your life. So.
All right. So okay, go on.
Yeah, just to add on from what my boy Peter had just said, I just feel like it's important for us to first define what the term obviously distraction means. Oh yeah, he did, yeah.
Something that prevents someone from giving their attention to something else. I'll say it again. Something that prevents someone from giving their attention to something else.
Okay, sweet, yeah, because my personal definition in that case would be something that you don't necessarily need at a moment in time, but it's not something that's a distraction
So
within
you
itself.
saying
So
that
females,
a need wouldn't be a distraction? Yeah. Like, let's say, like, I'm in uni right now, and I need to graduate. So me going to uni is not a distraction. A distraction from. That's true though.
For example, so if you're in the library and you know something's due and you got to work on your assignment, but there's a party on Friday and you need a new dress, so you need to go to town. That's a need. So you need to leave. You need to look cute though.
What about your bro? You've been a bit quiet.
I'm good. What are you saying? What I wanted to say was, yeah, you see like your distractions, do you guys base off from your past distractions and bring it into the future kind of thing?
What do you mean by past distraction? Because past is literally an hour ago. Yeah.
Like, you know, something that your ex has done before, do you kind of bring it into the future? Like, kind of distractions she has, I don't know.
It's a lesson of distraction. You're just weary and No, he's saying that, for example, if before you, let's say, what's a distraction? Go on, give it the mic.
Say, for example, you're talking to someone and unfortunately they cheated on you. Then you move on to the next person a few months or years down the line. And then now you're starting to go through their phone because of that experience in the past. That is now a distraction to you because you're spending your time doing that.
True. And I think, let's just clap for her. And if we was to answer, the majority of people do that. Because a lot of what you do now is based on past experiences, what you've been through before. All right, bring the mic. Oh, there's so many people want to talk. Okay, give it the mic over there.
I think distractions boil down to how you handle like self-discipline. Like she was saying, like you gave the example of uni, and then she said something about a lunch break. So say you've got your assignment, you need to do your assignment, but you also need to have your lunch break. So it's up to you to then decide how long you're going to give to this lunch break. Are you going to give it half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour, or are you going to then extend it and say, no, I really need to relax because la-di-da-di-da, whatever reason you have to want to relax more, to want to extend your lunch break, which then would mean that you wouldn't get your work done on time, or you wouldn't complete the amount of work that you wanted to complete in that day. So would you have enough self-discipline to say that, okay, this is what I'm going to do? You've made your plan out for the day. Would you have enough self-discipline to actually follow it through and say, this is how my day is going to go?
You've actually brought me to the final point that we're going to be. So we've raised that there's distractions. We've been distracted. There's things that distract us, and a distraction is a want, not a need, and that you create the distraction. So what do we do to overcome distraction? Talk when you get the mic.
You need to stay intact with real life. You need to be in the moment. So, for example, I know we spoke a lot about the opposite sex distracting us, but a very big distraction, I think, which is more than that, is social media. Now, so leading on to that, with social media, it's a very big distraction, like the little things. So we're talking YouTube, Snapchat, all of that. And I think as a social media influencer, I spend a lot of my time, a lot of money also comes from social media. But why I don't get distracted from it, and I'm pretty sure you guys will know, my friends will know, that I keep it separate. So social media, you need to remember that in your head. Your distraction is a distraction. You still have real life to get to. You have a distraction which may be for an hour, a day or so. You wake up tomorrow, real life will hit you. You need to stay in the moment. You need to understand what you're actually working towards. And that's what I realized. I can have a life on social media where I have a presence and I have an influence and I have a brand and I have a name, but understand this is real life and I still need to have shit popping, quote unquote, in real life. Do you get what I'm saying? So you can have the best of both worlds where distraction will distract you for an hour or so, but understand you need to reel it back and you have a life you need to get back to as well.
Make sure you have a balance.
I agree, but to an extent I don't, because I personally feel like if social media is a distraction, why is it a distraction to you? Why are you allowing it be a distraction?
It's not a distraction, but I see it as I don't ever want to be that person whose life is suddenly consumed by social media, and I spend everything that I do is live, breathe social media. When you have a life around you, it's gonna sound stupid, but you have beautiful trees outside that you can go and look at instead of trying to Google what trees look like. Do you see what I'm saying? So I'm not saying social media is a distraction, but I definitely feel like there's a time and a place for it, and you need to make sure, like you said, you need to be disciplined. That's what it is. So you can spend time on social media, do what you need to do with that distraction per se, but then reel it back and understand that you have a life you need to get to. Like, you have goals that you actually need to hit, which social media isn't going to help you get there.
Perfect. Well, round of applause. Thank you so much, guys. That was I not interested? Yeah. Very interesting. And it does show, the reason why I actually brought up this topic was me and my best friend, my male best friend, was talking, and we was just like, wow, we met up at 10 o'clock and it's now 1 o'clock, and we spent those 3 hours talking about boys or girls. And it was like, we just spent time talking about a distraction. So it's so interesting to hear you guys' distractions, how you overcome it. And it's just nice to boil it down to the actual issue, that it's actually just a want and not a need. I'm not going to let that go, by the way. So you don't need it, you just want it. And so yeah, thank you so much for joining us today, my lovely audience, and thanks for watching, guys.